This is every secret change that happened on Thursday's update. Now, every update cycle, my Discord works together in order to find every single secret change that was made after that update. What I categorize as a secret update is something that wasn't told to us directly by Epic. So if this wasn't publicly put into the patch notes, then I consider that a secret because they were not telling us about that change. So let's show you an example of what a secret update may be. This is my friend Shmoo, who submitted a video showing her placing down some building foundations. But what you can actually notice is that all of the grass that was sticking up through the foundation slowly goes away. They actually made sure to change this, so now when you're placing down building blocks, you're no longer going to have your foundations sticking with grass out of them every time that you build. So now you're able to place these down a little bit easier and not have that annoying grass sticking out the top of them. Now we also got a really nice update to LEGO Fortnite's XP system to those that play for that reason. Rather than getting capped at about 300,000 XP per day, they raised that cap up to over 500,000. And they also added a supercharged XP for all players as well, making it so that we could finish our battle pass a little bit easier now. So one of the biggest updates that we got was actually done to our animals. And if we're being honest, this kind of makes sense. When it comes to your cows now, if you give them spicy peppers, I actually put 20 spicy pepper in here and I got 2 spicy burgers in return. So it's actually an exchange rate of nearly 3 every single time in order to get 1. So 3 spicy peppers now equals 1 spicy burger. Yo, I'm editing right now and just noticed that he's standing behind me like this while I'm talking about spicy burgers, and I gotta be honest with you, it's a little weird. That doesn't happen to every single animal. The chicken is still 1 spicy pepper for 1 fried egg, but when it comes to the more overpowered items like the cows, you're going to not have an exchange rate of 1 and 1 anymore. So unfortunately, if you didn't take advantage of this early on and give them a lot of vine and spicy pepper and then stack up on a ton of heavy wool, spicy burger, slurp mushrooms, fried eggs, and any other item that they could possibly have released, it is unfortunate for you. However, it still is a very good job to have your animals on, as they provide a lot of food and items for you very quickly. Now, another thing that you may have noticed while in here was inside of your inventory, you had this sort button that was added a few weeks ago in a recent quality of life update. They actually updated this and put it into your storage area as well, so you could press your sort button and it'll sort everything for you too. I'm not a big fan of using the sort button because I like to organize things how I want to organize things. However, you can sit there and still use this if you feel like you want to. I just don't like the way that it changes things from how I originally had them set up. I like to do things a certain way, and I don't want Epic to choose how I should or shouldn't have things set up. And while we're at this anarchy area of the map, we did end up getting free fences when they came out with this farming update. But on top of that, they actually gave us even more, and I broke this down in a video earlier. However, we did get an Acres Farm Fence 1. We also got these corner pieces, as well as these other fence gates that come with that black little switch on them, which looks very, very nice. You also have one with the double doors like this. So this is a little bit easier now to go ahead and farm in and throw some animals into them, and just overall make your area look a little bit nicer. Now, if you guys have watched for a long time, you know that this is going to hurt me to say, but LEGO Fortnite officially has patched the Grapple refresh glitch. So we're going to now have to try to find another one if that's possible. When you went ahead and dropped all of your items and kept all of your grapples inside of your backpack, respawned, filled up your inventory, and picked up your backpack, it would actually refresh every single grapple that touched the floor. Now, they went ahead and patched that so you can no longer do this glitch in-game. Now, funny enough, you can actually refresh your grapple inside of expert mode. So I only have 1 charge left, and I also have the totem of return. It's entirely possible that using this inside of LEGO Fortnite survival mode could work as well, but unfortunately right now, we cannot make the totem of return in that mode. So with that being said, if you simply die inside of the expert mode with the totem of return on, you'll actually respawn and have a bunch of refreshes inside of your grapple. It doesn't really make any sense to do this purposefully, as you're just spending way too much to actually get a simple refresh on the grapple. However, if you have 4 or 5 grapples sitting in your inventory and you want to burn one of your totems, that's a really easy way to refresh 4 or 5 of them, but doing this on simply 1 refresh is just not worth worth it. Now, my friend General actually uploaded a video on a much easier way to do directional building in LEGO Fortnite. And in order to do this, it's actually pretty simple. All that you need to do is have a wood foundation area set up just like this, which can be used inside of your foundation section, and use the wood foundation 1 block. Once you guys have done this, in your toys and control section, simply grab one small thruster and place that onto the foundation. Now that that's on there, it actually is on there sideways. Now, it's not purposely on there sideways, that's just how they're designed. So now if you go into your building parts and take a look maybe at a floor, I can grab a large one like this. They should show up just like so, where they're turned up top on this foundation. However, now when you try to place it, because that thruster is there, you're actually able to get this to line up sideways. Now, the best way to do this is to try to line this directly up with that thruster, but now I can place this down completely sideways on this build. And I can go ahead and build around this and build a completely sideways building. And now, if you want to, you could actually use those all black dine-in floors and build yourself a gigantic black house. Now, something that Epic was working on for a long time actually had to do with the buffs that came along with when you were eating food. So you can see here, when I eat a corn on the cob, I'll get a stamina regeneration that shows up in the top left corner of the screen. Now, when I drink a slurp juice or a slap juice, now it'll actually replace it with a different boost. Now, previously to this update, they actually showed you 4 or 5 boosts happening at the same time, even though only one of them was working. The good news is that now when you go ahead and you eat or drink something that gives you a boost, it accurately shows you exactly what is actually being used, rather than sitting there and showing you 4 or 5 of them where you actually don't know what is being used. Now, I believe that this change was made to all brutes and not just the storm-sick brutes, because they're supposed to be a little bit tougher, but something that a lot of you guys may notice, that when they do their air attack, they actually try to predict where you're going to move, and that's where they shoot their thing at. So you can see that I was moving to the right, so it's going to try to predict that and shoot it in that direction. I think that when you get higher up and you're fighting the Dry Valley Brute and then the Frostlands Brute, they do make that happen a lot easier than what the Grasslands Brute does. However, they are absolutely trying to predict what direction you're going into, so I kind of recommend standing still when fighting them and then dodging out of the way directly before that air attack finally hits you. Now, I'm having so much fun on this brand new update, and I'm sure that there's a bunch of more secret updates that are out there. So if there's anything new that's happened inside of the game that you know about, that you have found, make sure that you comment that down in the comment section below. That way we can help out the entire community when it just comes to knowing everything that has to do with LEGO Fortnite. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, so don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace.